Wow, did I just see one of the best movies of the year with a fraction of the budget compared to $200 million trash movies? I think I just did. In a dystopian America, they use the long walk run by this major for entertainment and government control. 50 kids are chosen in a lottery from each state where they decide to participate in which could lead to whatever riches if they win. The catch is you have to walk 3 miles per hour, there's no finish line, and if you get enough warnings, you get the bye-bye turn it off. And I'm sure David Goggins would definitely win this one, for sure, hands down.
I'm back, motherfucker!
The cinematography is well done throughout the entire film. It does a good job of portraying all these 50 kids. And obviously they didn't have all 50 kids as characters throughout this because a lot of them go bye-bye turn it off. I'm glad to see that this movie was filmed in Manitoba of all places. It's always nice to see there's small towns and empty roads, and it kind of makes it ideal for filming this. The music in this film fits very well, and when it does get emotional, it just feels right. I think his name is Jeremiah Freitz or something. He doesn't have like a long track record of composing films, but if this is the first of many to come, he may just be very talented at it. And this film is coming from the director Francis Lawrence, the guy who did The Hunger Games besides the first one, and it actually makes sense. That's basically the movie. The Hunger Games, but a walk instead. The pacing to this film is okay. I can definitely see a lot of people getting bored from it, as it's more a dark drama than really a horror. It's very dialogue heavy, and at times it's tough to process everything that's going on because people are getting the old bye-bye turn it off and getting interrupted by their conversations. So sometimes it might take a few times to watch this and really see exactly what they're talking about, because I guarantee you there's definitely things I missed in this film. This kid, Raymond Garraty, gets a chance to do the long walk and he's not backing out. And obviously his mom didn't want him to do this, as it might be the last time she ever sees him again. And that part where they hug and she comes back for another hug, it just got you right in the feels. You could tell he was trying to put off his emotions, but his mom could not. And I thought the acting just felt very real. And it really starts off with a very emotional scene on a high note. And it just, you're really thinking about, yeah, it's sort of like you're going off to war, but you're actually just gonna go for a walk. And if you don't walk fast enough, you go bye-bye turn it off. And then he joins the other participants, and now this is where they start to bond with one another. And I did think to myself, why would you want to get to know one another, as they're all pretty well gonna get the bye-bye turn it off? But as the story progressed, it made way more sense. And one of my first thoughts was, these guys probably could have made all these military dudes go bye-bye turn it off, but they decide not to. But it does make a lot of sense, because a lot of people don't get, with the power of numbers, you can overtake anybody. That's just how this works. But obviously they didn't get that, because they all knew they were gonna die. So why not take all these people out and really start a change or start a revolution or something? But they were all young and they were just kids. They didn't know what the hell they were doing half the time. The thing that's so great about this film is the bonding between the people they've just met. They don't know who these people are, and it really is a movie for dudes and the locker room talk. Saying suck a dick you fruitcake, and saying f what seems like almost 100 times. Like, they say f a lot in here.
Think your mama was giving out coupons for blowjobs on 42nd Street. I was thinking of taking her up on it. What do you think about that? Second.
And I did really enjoy that. It just had this very natural feel to it, because let's be honest, we say and make fun of each other a lot, and this is no exception. So it just makes it feel very realistic. I'm sure they had an idea of what the script was like, but the writing for this was very natural. I don't know if maybe that was the actors who really pulled it off. So it could have been improvised here and there, but overall I thought it was very flowy at the end of the day.
Y'all sound like a bunch of
fruitcake.
Oh, you trying to suck this dick, Buckovich?
Sounds like you want to eat my fucking meat, you sick f***.
It was interesting to see Luke Skywalker in here and being mean to all these damn kids. But, you know, honestly, it was just nice to see Mark Hamill in a role like this, where he's just an absolute f***ing dick. And he plays it very well. Now going back to Raymond and Peter, the main characters to this film, they create this bond with one another where you're like, damn, I need friends like that. It was just nice to see that a few others got along with them as well. I think it was Arthur and Hank, and they were just good people. They were all there for different reasons, trying to win and ultimately survive, a chance for what seems like freedom in this dystopian America. They continue to talk about the things they wish for, and they just share stories of one another's upbringings. They get to know more about each other, and I thought it was really cool to see that. This is a film about actually deep diving into each character, and that's why I loved it quite a bit. You're really on this long walk. You're almost just watching them converse with one another, and you almost feel like you're there with them, and you're just getting to know them as like a friend or something. And I thought that was really interesting, because a lot of Hollywood films these days, they don't really do that. They don't really care about the characters. And then this film comes out and they decide to actually focus on the characters. And it just really shocked me, because I was not expecting this film to be as good as it is. Honestly, I'm very surprised by this movie. It was also very interesting to see that they couldn't stop to take a piss or even a shit. Otherwise, you'd get a bunch of warnings, and then after the 3 warnings, you get the bye-bye, turn it off. But if you got the 3 warnings already, you had to wait 3 hours or whatever, which I thought was very interesting. So you had to really keep up the pace. Otherwise, you're dead. For some reason, they would help each other sometimes if people would fall behind. But I guess it's just to show how they still care about them and that they are actually human. They want to see these people actually survive, even though they fully know well that they all gotta go. And I just thought that was so interesting. I guess in a way you'd feel like you'd be able to help them or something, and I guess it just tells you what their characters are actually like. So I guess it gives it some level of humanity to this, because not everybody's an absolute piece of shit like the Major. This one critique I really have is, yeah, I don't know why they helped each other so much, because there could only be one winner in this, and that was it. As the walk gets harder, and as they've been doing this for days, you can just see how some of the people that were absolute pricks in this film, and then they're just taking one for the team essentially. And it was just nice to see that, as you can just tell they were like pondering these thoughts of, what is this life I'm living if I know I'm going to die here anyway? Then you see the long-haired boy, and he gives the military guy the bye-bye, turn it off, and then he gets the bye-bye, turn it off. And you could just see that mentally, it just really got to them, and they're just shouting, "F*** the Major," and basically, "F*** the government," because it's fucking bullshit. They just knew it was sickening seeing all these people get the bye-bye, turn it off. So I don't really blame them. And then obviously some of these people tried escaping and such, and that makes sense because of how sick and twisted this government is. It's wild. Raymond sees his mom again, and you can just tell his emotions had absolutely finally erupted, and I liked it. This was the last time he'd probably see his mom, and it hit so strong. It was such a good scene, and you just really felt it. You could almost just see his regret in his eyes, and his emotion and everything. He was like, I fucked up. But it was nice to see that he actually took accountability for his actions as well. It was also nice to see what happened to Garraty's dad and how he went bye-bye, turn it off by the Major for going against the totalitarian state and saying basically fight for what's right and believe in your beliefs regardless. And I do think that was nice to see, as a lot of people would just follow others and not actually truly think for themselves. And that's one of the reasons he's so motivated to do this walk, because he wants the Major to go bye-bye, turn it off. And then Peter talks about how they'd probably make him go bye-bye, turn it off as well. And in a way, Garraty was like, no, they're not gonna make me go bye-bye, turn it off so confidently. I'm pretty sure they probably would, but it's really hard to say because we haven't seen what has happened in the past Long Walks either, as to what has happened. The one thing I really like about this film, it makes you question a lot. And that's what a lot of films don't do. They don't make you question shit. And I'm glad that this film actually makes you question stuff. It's like, yeah, like, what is my purpose? What am I doing here? Is this the right thing to do? Am I making a difference? Am I doing the right thing in my life? And those thoughts just ponder in your mind watching this film. In all honesty, it seems to be Pete was really the MVP in this film, as he clearly was the best walker, and even mentions that he's been walking his whole life essentially. And if it wasn't for Peter, Garraty would have went bye-bye, turn it off a long time ago in this film. As it got closer to the end, you could just tell who was pretty well gonna win, as others had just sacrificed themselves and they just knew they couldn't take suffering any longer, so they might as well get the bye-bye, turn it off. They would rather die with some dignity or at least fight back and go bye-bye, turn it off. Then we're at the last two and we see Peter backing down as he believes Ray deserves to win, but Ray comes back for him and gets him up, and then Ray drops off and goes bye-bye, turn it off by the Major. It was definitely an interesting twist to see Peter survive this instead of Raymond, because the whole time it really focused on Raymond Garraty's character, but at the same time it also showcased a lot of Peter's character as well. And I do think Peter should have won regardless, because he basically just had the best stamina. And then he gets his wish to get the gun and gives the Major the bye-bye, turn it off for Raymond. And I thought that was awesome. I thought that was great he did that for him. And then it seems like no one shoots him and he walks away. Is it really up to the audience to have an interpretation of what happened at the end? And it makes you think, did he get killed? Or did he see himself just walking away? Or does he actually walk away and nothing happens to him besides winning or whatever? It made you really ponder what happened to him exactly. Does he just keep walking? Or is he hallucinating maybe? Did he die earlier? I have no idea. I'd probably have to watch this again. In a way, it's just sad overall, because you see how good of friends they could actually be, and then you see them kind of get the bye-bye, turn it off. And it's like, damn, that's the end of that relationship. It's like you just get to spend some time with them and then they're gone. And it's sad. Like, it's a sad movie overall, but it's also good. Overall, I think this is one of the best films of the year, and it's just really solid. I think this is like an 8 out of 10 in all honesty. It's very well done. For what, probably 20 to 30 million dollars? That's just crazy to say that. And the one thing the film does very well is it just makes you question, like, what are you fighting for and what your purpose truly is in life. And I thought that's so fascinating. It made you actually question things. And that's why I think it's really good. Like, this is the first time in a lot of films this year that I just thought to myself, yeah, I can actually think and like question this film. Like, what was it trying to say? You know? And I think it did that very well. Let me know your thoughts on this dark and emotional film. Did you like it or did you not? Did it bore the shit out of you or not? Instead of going for a walk just yet, why not subscribe and watch more of my fun videos here?